Teddy with Little Teddy Fragrances here, and we're back here with a quick genre Parfums haul. This just came in the mail about a week ago. As you can see here, I got a bottle of Noble Soul, Ramsey, and Black Cherry. Two of them I absolutely love, and one of them I think is pretty good. But before we get into that, let's go into some of these samples I got, all which are pretty good. I'll explain as I go. First one being Bonfire, which is a clone of Maison Margiela's by the Fireplace, I believe, and it's pretty good. Not as smoky or as pungent as By the Fireplace, but it's definitely a sweeter take on that fragrance. Pretty close, and I enjoy it for the most part. I enjoy vanilla fragrances, and it's a good one for fall and winter. So the next one, which really surprised me, is Tenor. This fragrance has prune in it, and it really just kind of comes off almost kind of like a tobacco scent, but not too dry. It's actually pretty good. It's not a gourmand scent at all, but it's definitely something that almost kind of gives me almost the complexity of L'air de Desert Moroccan by Andy Tower. Maybe not that high quality, but if you like that type of fragrance, I think you'll like Tenor. So I'm trying to show you what it looks like. And it's just a 5 mil, and I really will look forward to wearing that coming fall and winter. Cure. Now this fragrance is an absolute bombshell. This fragrance, Cure, I'm not sure, I can't remember off the top of my head the inspiration, but it's so complex, so high end, that for sure next time that ordering is available on the Facebook page for Genre Parfums, I will be getting a full bottle of Cure. This is a good fragrance. I will definitely save this 5 mil for a special occasion. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. It's definitely a lot more complex than Bonfire, and about as complex as Tenor, but it definitely has projection and longevity, check. Everything is just very well done. I might get 2 of these, actually, 2 30 mils. The people around me also enjoyed it as well. So that is Cure. Next one is Midnight. Now, unfortunately, I got to keep it real. This is a very different type of scent. It's very strong, so it definitely doesn't have issues with performance. But on my skin, you definitely get an animalic fecal type of note. And when I sprayed it on my arm, that's exactly what it smelled like. It smelled like I had some type of issue with myself, or maybe, who knows, but there was definitely a fecal matter type of note that was standing out from my skin. Now, on the contrary, I let my sister spray this on her arm. It smelled great on her. So this is a scent where you just might have to test it out, see how it feels on how it goes with your pH, how it goes with your skin, because on me it did not smell good. On my sister it smelled great. So just to wrap that up, check this one out if you like dark scents that are very pungent and that are projection and longevity heavy. So that was Midnight. Sapphire. This one reminded me of a very other similar fragrance that I have, and that is Oud Blue Notes by Mancera. So this one is a lot better, I think. Sapphire. I believe this is a take on Tom Ford's Blue Azure, or a fragrance that smells like that. I'll definitely include the name when I find out. But this is Sapphire. It's a blue type of fragrance. It's very original. It's a much more dense version of Mancera's Oud Blue Notes, in my opinion. So that's those 5 fragrances. My favorite, as you can tell, is definitely Cure, and I will be getting a bottle of that. Now, back onto the big boys here. We have Noble Soul, Ramsey, and Black Cherry. So my least favorite of these three is definitely Noble Soul. Noble Soul is kind of like a powdery chocolate, sweet type of fragrance. It actually projects a little bit more than I anticipated. I had sprayed myself with this and I thought that it wasn't really doing too much, but it actually does leave a scent trail surprisingly. So anyways, it's very chocolate, powdery type of scent. I think it's a copy of Killian's Back to Black. I'm not exactly sure. I have to look that up. But overall, it's a good scent. It's not my favorite, but I do look forward to wearing it this fall and winter. Now, Ramsey here is the definite star, and it was very worthy of a 60 ml, which I believe this is, purchase. And this is a great scent. I've been nearly wearing this every day. It's fantastic. It's very hard to describe. You do get pineapple and some type of a vetiver, manly muskiness at the bottom. It's an all year round fragrance, in my opinion. Maybe I wouldn't wear it in winter or very cold temperature climates, but it definitely does the job, guys. You got to check this one out. I think it's an easy mass appeal type of fragrance. And surprisingly, guess what? It doesn't smell like Aventus. It doesn't smell like Roja Elysium or anything like that. It's definitely its own thing. And surprisingly, when you spray this on initially, you think it's not going to be that strong. About an hour later, you definitely get wafts, and it just keeps going. And the longevity on the skin is absolutely fantastic with this one. I definitely will be doing a full review on this as I wear it a little bit more these coming weeks. So Black Cherry is another star that I have to talk about. This is a great layering fragrance. I think it actually does pretty well by itself. From what I know, this is a copy of Tom Ford's, I forgot the name of the fragrance. It's not Black Cherry, but it's a cherry fragrance. This fragrance is very well. It's very warm. It's not offensive, but it's definitely has volume. It has a nice robust thickness to it without being scratchy or anything like that. And I think for it being so smooth is the reason why you can layer this with many other fragrances. Actually, I layered this with Mancera's Wild Candy the other day, and it was just out of this world. I do notice that when I layer this Black Cherry with other fragrances, the Black Cherry will kind of sit in the background compared to the other fragrance you layer this with. For example, Mancera's Wild Candy is a very strong, long-lasting scent. So only for the first 2 hours did those scents, go neck and neck as far as longevity. After a while, the Black Cherry had dissipated, and I was left just with the Mancera Wild Candy. But this layers with so many other great fragrances. I found out on the Facebook that this layers really good with Perry Ellis, Black Vanilla Absolute. I actually have that fragrance. I haven't tried it yet. I'll probably try that tonight. So anyways, these three are definitely good fragrances for sure. They're all 8.5 out of 10 and above. I will be doing definitely reviews on them soon. Great fragrance. The packaging is outstanding. They come with nice little bottles, as you can see here, thick glass. These are 5 mils, like I said, which are actually well packaged as well. So the star, just one more time, is Cure in these 5 mils. So I will definitely probably get 2 purchases, full bottle purchases of Cure. So that's really good. And just in second place of these 5 mils, I'll give it to Tenor. That is really good as well. I most likely will be getting a full bottle of that. So anyways, this is my genre Parfums haul. My scent of the day today was Mancera's Oud Blue Notes, but tonight I think I'm just going to wear Ramsey just to give it a little bit more testing. It's such an enjoyable fragrance to wear. That pineapple, the juiciness mixed with the almost musky, nutty type of dry down in the base. It's just such a great scent. It's got some very exotic other notes in there that is very hard to point out. I'll definitely list it here. But anyways, that's my haul. This is Little Teddy Fragrances signing out. Peace.